Over the past couple of weeks and months, we've brought you a series of information when it comes to what happens with the deed to your home, who owns it, when it's appropriate to have a different kind of setting. We've brought back Kurt Franke to bring up one more topic for us that has to do with this tenancy in common.
That's right.
All right. Now, let's talk about when this comes into play. It's different than just having you and your spouse own a home, correct?
Correct. And we were talking last episode about joint tenancies, and that's where you own the property with another person, and at the death of one person, all the interest in the property goes to the remaining tenant.
That's right.
Well, tenancy common is different in that 2 or more people, 2 to 100, can own a piece of property.
Let me stop you there. Does it stop at 100? Can it be 1,000?
Can be 1,000.
Okay, so it's an infinite number.
Correct. And
okay.
everyone can own different percentage shares. And at the death of one of the tenants in common, their interest in that property actually goes to their estate instead of going to the remaining tenants.
Oh, that's where it comes into play. So this really is, it seems to me, would come about with secondary vacation homes where you have multiple families that have each gone in on a percentage on this.
Yeah, and that's a real good example when it would come into play. But it's actually the default way of holding property in this state, and that most property, if you take it and don't define it, it will be defined as tenants in common.
All right.
Now, husband and wife can also hold it very much like that as community property. But most husband and wives hold as community property with right of survivorship, so they create that joint tenancy we were talking about.
There you go. If you're not exactly sure if this applies to you, or maybe you're looking for a second home and you want to have this set up properly with a partnership,
it's actually a great way to hold it, and it's replacing more and more these days those limited partnerships people used to hold it as.
There you go. Sit down with Kurt Franke and set up an appointment. Kurt, how do they do that?
You can call me at 827-6100 or visit my website, LOCAF, that's law office is kurtafranke.com.
It's just another way of understanding the law when it comes to owning your home or a vacation home and making sure it's done properly, right, Kurt?
Just another way to hold your property.
Very good. Thanks, Kurt. Good stuff.